In this video, we're going to do some naming and drawing of more complex type of organic compounds. And when I say complex, it could be things that have more than two double bonds, a double bond and triple bond. It could be things that have more than one particular functional group. So we're dealing with same naming rules, just some slight tweaks when you have more complex structures and groups involved in your molecule. So let's go take a look at the first complex naming scenario. It involves naming molecules that have more than one double or triple bond. And so if you have a molecule that has two double bonds, that's called a diene, and then two triple bonds is called a diene. So diene, di for two, diene, di for two. And so when you want to name these type of molecules, what you need to do is you need to find your longest chain that contains all the double bonds or triple bonds or whatever be the case. And you need to number your carbon chain so that you follow all the priorities. Generally speaking, we want to make sure that the double bonds or triple bonds have the lowest number, so the highest priority there. And the only real difference in this compared to naming other types of molecules is that you need to, before you say "ene," you need to make sure you use a prefix to indicate how many you have. So if you have, let's say, two double bonds, you put diene. If you have three double bonds, you'd put triene or tetraene. And same thing if it was a triple bond molecule. So let's start over here. We're going to try to number our double bonds to get the lowest substituents possible, or lowest number possible for our double bonds. And it looks like we can start over here to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So numbering this way from right to left will give me the lowest possible positions for our double bonds there. And our chain is 6 carbons long. And so what we're going to do is we're going to write, it's a hexane molecule, so we'll put hexa. And usually we'd put hex, but this time we're putting hexa. And then we're going to do the positions of our double bonds. So 1 and then 4. And since there's two double bonds, we're putting diene. So we have hexa, 1, 4, diene. We can try this problem out over here. So we have, it looks like another diene. It looks like this is going to be the parent chain over here. It's the longest chain that has both double bonds in it. And a good place to start numbering would be from here to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have a substituent this time. We have a methyl there. So we have 4-methyl. Same as you normally would name your substituents. 4-methyl. And then we have hexa. And then our double bonds are carbon number 1 and number 4, diene. So we have 4-methyl hexa, 1, 4, diene. And so here we just named another complex molecule that contains 2 double bonds. If you are trying to do the work in your document, a way you can reveal the answers is by simply clicking over here and highlighting, and you can see we have 4-methyl hexa, 1, 4, diene. And then same thing over here, you can highlight to reveal the answer in the practice that you're doing there. So in this video, we saw how to name compounds that may have more than one double bond or triple bond. The list of rules are included over here. It's really like naming anything else except you're naming the parent chain without the NE. You're putting the locations of the double or triple bonds where they are, and then you're adding the prefix to represent how many double or triple bonds are there. So for the most part, we've just seen dienes, but you could have a triene, a tetraene, which has 4 double bonds, or tetraene, which has 3 double bonds, four triple bonds, for example.